Right, so I'm Matthew Allison. I work in the public policy team at Vodafone Group. We're responsible for developing public policy and government relations across all our different markets globally. The telecommunications sector is using AI in a number of ways, and I think it's actually a bigger consumer of AI products and services than many would appreciate. There are two main aspects to this. The first is customer-facing AI. So, as you probably may have experienced, a lot of telecoms companies use AI in their customer relations through chatbots. So when you're interacting online looking to deal with customer queries, resolve problems that are coming up, you use it almost as a triage to actually group kind of types of complaints together and resolve them more quickly. Also in marketing as well, so in kind of optimizing and making sure that customers are getting the best products and services to suit their needs. There's a level of AI that's being used in the back end there. The other main example is in network management. So firstly, managing and optimizing traffic across our networks, and secondly, resolving faults, detecting and resolving faults as quickly as possible. So the idea is we move towards a situation in the future where you can really manage the network in real time. You're able to cluster and group together incidents as they happen and fix them very quickly without the need for network kind of engineers to even be deployed. So this is the goal that we're moving towards. I think if you were going to sum it up, it would be common to a lot of other industries that you would speak to. It's really about optimization of processes and trying to do things more efficiently in the future. I think a lot of what we heard today around governance and assurance definitely chimes for our sector. For a lot of what we do, actually, we are making the argument quite strongly that actually the risks are quite low, particularly in the context of network management, where we're not dealing with individuals, we're talking about just managing traffic across the networks. I wouldn't say that means there are no risks. Of course, we still need to ensure the resilience, the continuity of the network, but probably where the risks are greater is wherever there's an interaction with an end user, with a customer. That's where we need to be particularly conscious of the emergence of unintended bias, discrimination towards certain groups, etc. And that is where things like assurance frameworks are obviously really helpful for us. In terms of the risks that AI presents for our sector, they're probably greatest in relation to customer relations, wherever we're dealing with end users or groups of customers. In particular, we need to make sure that we avoid unintended bias as much as we can. We make sure that we're not segmenting customers in a way which leads to discriminatory outcomes. And that's where governance frameworks, ethics guidelines, and things like the Assurance Club will come in really helpful for industry.